What if I told you that the simple basics about money has been deliberately kept out of reach from most people? Crazy thought, right? But if that's not true, then we can find so many people in the dark when it comes to understanding the fundamentals of money. On the other hand, few people find it's very easy to build a lot of wealth in a very short period of time. That's because there are some straightforward money basics that can make us rich and make life breezy. But the real kicker is that the rich people aren't keen on sharing this wisdom. It's like a magician's best trick that helps them keep hold of their fortunes and dodge serious competition. So what are those basic money rules that the rich use to make money and didn't want you to know? That's what we're going to cover, and we will discuss these rules. And if you know it, then there is nothing stopping you from being rich. So let's start from number 1. Type of bank accounts make a world of difference. Sounds surprising, doesn't it? Let's paint a picture. You've got a job and you're bringing home a hefty salary. Sounds fantastic on the surface, right? But that's pre-tax money we're talking about. Every payday, the taxman takes his share before you see a dime, leaving you with the leftovers in your personal bank account. It's a routine we've all come to accept as normal. But what if I told you there's a trick the wealthy people use that they don't necessarily want to share? You can actually have your income sent directly to your business bank account rather than your personal one. All it takes is a little switch from being an employee to becoming a contractor, freelancer, or consultant. And the game-changing part, no tax is immediately withdrawn. That's right, you get to call the shots on when you pay your taxes, and in the meantime, use that money to invest in assets. This simple switch can put you on the fast track to wealth, leaving many others in the dust. The next money rule that the rich would rather keep under wraps is assets are your best friend in fighting inflation. Do you ever thought of inflation as a hidden tax? The average Joe typically shrugs off inflation as just life status quo. But the rich have a different perspective. They see inflation as a sneaky, elusive thief, difficult to understand and harder to spot. Why does inflation occur? It's because governments and central banks create new money out of thin air, disrupting the balance of supply and demand. More money in the system means higher prices. Remember when banks like First Republic recently ran out of funds? Yet no one lost a dime. Despite no money lost, the value of hard-earned dollars declines when this magic money enters the fray. Their secret shield, not cash but assets. With more money in the system pushing up asset prices, those who own assets are protected. Alright guys, here's the next insider secret. Steer clear of liabilities. Invest in assets. Most people fall in love with liabilities, thinking it's the fast track to looking wealthy. It's easy to get sucked into this mindset because it's what society portrays as normal. But let's take a step back and question it. Here's the pitfall with liabilities. They're often tied to depreciating assets. Let's say you take a car loan, you fork over $30 for a shiny new vehicle. The catch? From the moment it leaves the factory, its value starts dropping faster than a hot potato. But wait, before you start thinking that the rich are immune to this, let me tell you, they're not. They have depreciating assets too. The key difference, they majorly put their money in assets that appreciate over time. It's a smarter way to build wealth. Alright, onto our next money rule. Not all debt is bad. A lot of people love to play the blame game with debt. But here's the thing. Debt is essentially leverage, and leverage, when used smartly, can turbo boost your journey to wealth. Think about it. What's the most common kind of debt the rich hold? It's real estate. The wealthy borrow money, snap up a property in a prime location, and after doing their due diligence to ensure a high probability of value appreciation, they just sit on it like diligent treasure hoarders. Moreover, the next money rule that rich people don't want you to know is spend less money than you earn. Now, that sounds like a no-brainer, doesn't it? But you'd be surprised how many people trip up on this basic principle. The money that comes into your bank account each month should always outnumber the dollars flying out. Now you might be thinking that the income doesn't stretch enough to cover all the bills. Life's tough, but here's the hard truth that stands the test of time. If your income isn't covering your expenses, then you need to prune those expenses down. Feels unfair, but trust us, there's no two ways about it. The incoming cash flow needs to stay ahead of the outflow. And if it doesn't, tough decisions must be made. No politician or societal sympathy is going to bail you out. So if you're loving this video, Subscribing is the next exciting step. Your support means everything to us, so we can make this journey together. Moving forward to the next, we have understand the golden financial law that many miss. You've probably wondered, where do I invest my money? It's a common question, but the rich have a secret. Since 2000, one of the major ways they've grown their wealth is by capitalizing on the exponential age. So what's the exponential age? It's primarily tech-focused stocks that benefit from Metcalfe's law. This law states that a network's value is the square of the number of nodes in that network. Simply put, the value of an online network grows disproportionately larger as the number of users increases. It's the secret sauce behind the success of giants like Amazon, Facebook, and Google. But wait, there's a new twist in the tale. Thanks to AI and blockchain, the exponential age now rides on Reed's law, which is Metcalfe's law squared. That's a whopping 200% more exponential than the previous tech era. The rich get this, and they use these laws to multiply their wealth beyond belief. The good news is that there's nothing stopping you from doing the same. Now into the next money rule. Passive income is your ticket to freedom. Now this might cause some controversy. It's all about earning money while you sleep. Sounds like a clickbait fantasy, right? But it's no myth. Passive income works. Sure, it might require some active effort initially, but once set up, it automates the income stream. In fact, you can have several passive income streams by yourself, like writing royalties and affiliate commissions. So the beauty of passive income is that it's an insurance of sorts. When times get rough, it offers a protective cushion for you and your family. And here's the secret. The rich don't trade time for money. They only invest time in endeavors that can eventually morph into passive income streams. And the next money rule is continually invest in yourself. If there's one thing that's very important to financial success, it's self-improvement. The more you know and can do, the more relevant and competitive you become in the job market. And guess what? The rich understand this well. They continually invest in themselves, whether it's through formal education, professional certifications, devouring books, attending seminars, or networking like there's no tomorrow. So identify areas where you could do with a bit of polishing. Dedicate time and resources to learning, and remember, growth isn't a one-time thing. It's a lifelong process. By continually investing in yourself, you're setting the stage for a thriving and evolving career. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals. You see, the people you hang out with can greatly shape your financial mindset. Networking and mentorship are immensely powerful, allowing you to learn from others' successes and missteps. And you guessed it, the wealthy make the most of this. They build their networks by joining professional organizations, gracing industry events, and participating in mastermind groups and mentorship programs. Lastly, the 10th money rules that rich people don't want you to know is maintaining a healthy balance between risk and reward. See, in the world of investments, risk and reward are joined at the hip. Typically, higher potential returns come with a greater risk. Striking the right balance between your risk tolerance and financial goals is key. How do the rich do this? They handle risk through diversification across various asset classes and industries, and by regularly revising and adjusting their portfolios. So how can you walk this tightrope between risk and reward? Start by assessing your risk tolerance. Once you know how much risk you're comfortable with, diversify your investment portfolio. This approach can help you ride the waves of market fluctuations and steer you towards long-term financial success. And there you have it, the top 10 money rules that the rich wouldn't want you to know. But remember, knowledge is only the first step. Applying these rules to your everyday life is what can truly make the difference. Start with small changes, work your way up, and stay consistent. If you've made it this far, you've already begun your journey towards financial freedom. Next thing you need to do is to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you won't miss any useful, informative videos. Thank you for watching and best of luck.